Okay, our next question. The questions are coming in, Dr.
Good,
Williams.
come on.
Um, we have, how would you go about attempting to make PSC changes, which is policy systems and environmental changes in communities? And do you have any resources regarding PSC change training?
Okay, that's going to start with your elected officials and going to city council meetings and those type of things. Again, it's starting those relationships. If you want to impact change and you do that all the time, it's because what? You get involved. You go, you learn, you do. You collaborate and partner with people with like minds and similar goals and missions that we have. So an objective. So I would start out again, introducing yourself with certain city council people, sharing the impact of your program, sharing some of your success documents, your impact documents. Everybody should have those in extension. And then creating a relationship and then say, well, listen, we have this program going on, or this is an issue that we feel needs some policy change, and present them with some ideas. Don't always think that they know better than you what we need. You present them. If you come to me with a problem, I expect you to have a solution. So if you're going to present an issue, well, these are some suggestions that I think could help address this or could help move us in this direction, or we could maybe take it to whoever needs to take it to the commissioner's court to vote on it, or whoever's going to vote on it. But we have to get involved. Not that you're getting involved in politics, but you have to find a way to get your concerns and your voices heard. And if you are not engaged and at the table, it probably won't happen. So somebody have to get out of our comfort zone. And if you need training from somebody, hook up with the legislator and say, hey, I'm interested in that. And some of you probably need to just let your legislators know as well. You're doing these things and this is what's available. And we would like to see this happen in our community. This would help our families, our children, our mothers with small kids. This would help our veterans. This would help the whole community if these type of policies were done. And you never know. All policies started with someone making a recommendation and some ideas and some solutions. So you're already a trailblazer, continue to be one.
Okay, our next question, Dr. Williams. You mentioned leaning on the network of 1890s. With as much experience you have in extension, how would you address internal barriers to forward progress?
Woo, that's a big one. Y'all may have an answer to that. I think we just have to keep doing what we're doing, because we all experience some very challenging situations internally. Most of it is because people really don't understand and value land grant. They don't understand and value extension. And if we're not visible with our success stories and what we're doing and why we're important, sometimes it may change your mind, sometimes it may not. But we just have to find a way to work through our challenges. Sometimes it can get so discouraging that you want to throw in the towel. Sometimes throwing in the towel is still not going to fix it. So if we are not persistent and being excellent and being professionals and being authentic, having great integrity and ethics, and doing what we do because we're hired by USDA to do what we do, and find a way to work through the challenges. I mean, we have them every day, 200 or more. And you just have to learn how to work with it and not lose your composure, not lose your professionalism, because you never know who you will impact and change by your behavior or your reaction to something. So yeah, we deal with, our funding not moving as fast on campus as we would like for. We get grants, and by the time they get set up, the grant is almost over, and you have to spend money at the last minute trying, and it's just stressful, it's unfair. But what we can't control, we can't control. What you can control is how you react to stuff, and don't get your blood pressure up and all that, because we can't fix some stuff. We fix a lot of stuff, but we can't fix everything. So choose your battles. What you can make a difference and impact, work on that, but don't let it take and consume you. And just always be ready to explain what we do and why we do the way we do it, because I take those as teachable moments. Always be ready to teach, because we're a very misunderstood entity on campus. And so it's up to us to help with that transfer of information and communication. But yeah, it just takes persistence, professionalism, sticking with the truth, sticking with what you know. Certain things we can't do with our funds, because we would get everybody in trouble. And I don't think anybody wants to be in the paper for misuse of federal funds. Some people don't believe us. Some have been in the paper. So, it's just, you pick your battles. We can't fix it all, but it can get very discouraging.
We're going to take a few more questions. How does the work our educators do get to stakeholders?
It's up to you to get that information out. Even the partners that you are working with, do they get a monthly or annual report of what you did, the number of people you served, the number of programs that you presented? Do they know that? Does the university president know that? Does your administrator know what you've done? Sometimes we depend on others to take the message for us. Sometimes it never gets there. So how can you be innovative and creative? You might just do a thank you at the end of the year, a Christmas greeting, thank you for supporting Extension. Because of your support, we were able to do thus, and thus. And nobody can reprimand you for sharing information and thanking somebody for supporting your program. So I would look at ways that you can do it without, I know some people are very territorial, or when they don't understand, it's just hard for them to grasp why we do what we do. But find you a way, send a thank you card. Sometimes handwritten is better than email. Just say, thank you for supporting our nutrition program. Because of your support, and this is to your funders, this is to your partners, this is to the Boys and Girls Club director, this is to, I know, because we'll set up programs with people at some of these facilities, but they still don't know who we are. Somebody could come there and ask, I understand, Andrea was here doing a program. They said, who was that? Well, you need to go to the facilities manager. That's the activities person. That's who got them to come. But I think we need to be more proactive and more aggressive in sharing what we do. The mayors, everybody likes thank yous. And that's a way to show your appreciation and also let them see the value that you bring to their community. Thank you for allowing us to use your school to do programs for the young people. As a result, our evaluations results showed us that 20% of the kids now eat better snacks. 30% now drink more water and drink less, sweetened beverages, that kind of stuff, just a little bit. And I think it will pique that interest that they will want to know more. That's
It's
how I would do it.
okay, so it's the part B to that question. So why is it so important that we get those reports to the stakeholders?
Because when it comes to your state, or our state match for each institution, that's what will make the difference. Also, you just need to let people know what you're doing. If you don't let them know, who will?
Mhm.
If we're not sharing what we do, why we did it, who was a part of it, how will others know about it? And you never know, a TV special may come out of that, a magazine feature may come out of that, because once they learn what we're doing, they want to publish it. They want to make it known to as many people as possible. But if they don't know about it, how will it ever be reported? I just feel that we do not at all do enough to market the success of the impact we have in our communities. So we need to make that a priority. As we look at funding today, we have some people who don't value education anymore. We don't value institutions anymore. We need to make sure people understand that as part of our educational plan in the communities, we're here to empower people to help change their lives for the better, so that their insurance benefits are lower and all their health status is better. You know, they can work long without having to miss work because they're in better health. They don't have to take as much medication because they've learned to modify their diet, change the way they prepare their foods with less salt and sugar and all that fat. So we just need to be able to showcase and do it in a way that the normal person can understand, not the research talk, not the research language, but language that everybody can understand, that this program is responsible for this action happening in this community, in this family, in this school, in this church, in this wherever you're doing your programs. If we don't publish, and I'm not meaning writing journal articles, if we do not publish our impact, we will continue to not be appreciated and devalued. And when it's time for funding, because there are a lot of states have funds at the end of the year, and they look for ways and look for areas to put that fund. If they've seen what we're doing, they say, well, hey, why don't we put this over an extension? They're doing this, this, and this. But if they've not seen what we've done, how would they know to suggest that? So we've got to do better at marketing the impact of the lives we change and the difference it's making economically, socially, mentally in our communities.